Good evening. Before I get underway with the Price is Right pricing game recap for tonight, let's all pause for a moment of silence to remember two musicians who passed away today, sadly. One was Richie Havens, who passed away from a heart attack at age 72, and also to Chrissy Amphlett, who was the lead singer of the Divinals. She passed away today at the age of 53 years old due to breast cancer. May they both restfully peace in heaven.
The Price is Right pricing game recap may contain profanity toward the contestants' decision-making in pricing games that can be categorized as either stupid or being misled by the audience that's portrayed as a heel for entertainment purposes only. In reality, Mr. Horgan doesn't show any prejudice toward the contestants based on their gender, their ethnicity, and their intelligence. Viewer discretion is advised.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the fabulous Price is Right pricing game recap for Monday, the 22nd of April, 2013, Earth Day, and it's the first day of Big Money Week! Here are the pricing games that were played today to start off Big Money Week. Punch-a-Bunch, Bargain Game, aka Barker's Bargain Bar, Any Number, Double Prices, One Away, and Clock Game. James, a retired member of the 82nd Airborne from Columbia, South Carolina, was the first contestant. He played Punch-a-Bunch for a chance to win up to, not $25,000, folks, we're talking big money this week. James had a chance to win up to $250,000 in cash! $250,000, folks! Oh boy, was this an exciting start for the show today. The Awesome Amber Lancaster held the $250,000 Drew Carey novelty bill, and there was a special breakdown for how much money was inside the holes. Now, I will tell you that one hole contained the $250,000, of course. 9 holes contained $10,000. 15 holes contained $5,000. 10 holes contained $2,500. 10 holes contained $1,000. And 5 holes contained $500. Now, the Marvelous Manuela Arbelaez modeled the 4 small prizes. The first one was a retro-style microwave oven that has 800 watts of power. The wrong price was $75. James believed the actual retail price was higher, and Manuela revealed the price to be $130. It was higher. He won a punch at the prize. Next, we had a barbecue tool set that includes a 2-pronged fork, a basting brush, locking tongs, and a slotted turner. Priced at $179, James believed the actual retail price was lower, and Manuela revealed the price to be $144. It was lower. Next, we had a non-stick pretzel maker that can make 2 large or 6 small soft pretzels. Priced at $49, James believed the actual retail price was lower, and Manuela revealed the price to be $29. It was lower. And finally, we had a Remington hairdryer that has 2 speeds and 3 heat settings. Priced at $59, James believed the actual retail price was lower, and Manuela revealed the price to be $20. It was lower. He won all 4 punches and the 4 prizes, totaling $323. Now, after when James punched the holes, it was time to see how much money he got. In the first punch, he got $5,000. James decided to throw that away, and inside the second punch, he got $5,000 again. But James once again decided to throw that away, so he already threw away a total of $10,000. The sin to waste money, I must say, but this is the Price is Right, so there really are no rules. You gotta go big or go home. Anyway, James's third punch had $2,500, so that was half of $5,000. He decided to go on once again, so in his fourth and final punch, he ended up with $1,000. Better than nothing. So he won $1,000 plus the 4 small prizes totaling $323. He won $1,323 in cash and prizes. And that is a consolation win. Now Drew actually showed us where the $250,000 was hiding. It was in the 9th hole in the middle row. Row number 3. That's where the $250,000 was. I really wanted to get it. But, hey, he made it very exciting, though, I gotta say. Oh, and I should point out that James is celebrating his birthday on the tape date of today's episode. Jeremy from Las Vegas, who also was celebrating his birthday on today's show, who was a pharmacy tech, as we found out in the first Showcase Showdown, was the second contestant. He played Bargain Game, a.k.a. Barker's Bargain Bar, for a chance to win these 2 prizes. An antique-style Golden West Billiards pool table that has a turn-of-the-century feel classic design and standard legs in maple finish, modeled by Manuela, and a 55-inch Samsung 3D LED Smart HDTV that has built-in Wi-Fi and Skype with 2 pairs of glasses included, modeled by Amber. Jeremy, who loves Manuela so much, and he loves Amber as well, but he called her baby, believed that the pool table was the bigger bargain. So, we'll go over to the HDTV first by Amber. Bargain price $2,649, actual retail price $3,149 for a difference of $500. Still very good on his choice, I must say. Now over to Manuela with the pool table. Bargain price $1,600. Actual retail price $2,600. For a difference of $1,000, Jeremy won both prizes, totaling $5,749. Now that's definitely a way to celebrate a birthday on The Price is Right. Hence the reason why I have the Beatles' birthday being played. Alright. Chelsea, who was not celebrating her birthday on the tape date of today's episode, but she was wearing an APU shirt. No, it's not that she's a fan of Apu Nahasapima Petalon from The Simpsons. It's more than likely because she is a student at Azusa Pacific University. She was the 3rd contestant. She played any number for a chance to win either a 13-piece Nintendo 3DS game package that includes a pair of console, cases, starter, and road trip kits, plus 5 games, modeled by Amber, a Dodge Dart SE, modeled by Manuela, or money in the piggy bank. The first number in the price of the car was a 1. Chelsea's first selection was 7, and that was the last number in the price of the car. Next she chose 4, and that was the third number in the price of the car. Next she chose 8, and that was the first number in the price of the game package. Next she selected 5, and that was the first number in the price of the piggy bank. She then selected 6, and that was the fourth number in the price of the car. So one spot was remaining for that Dodge Dart SE. Chelsea selected 9. Very, very, very good feeling on where this was going to go. 9 went to the second number in, I hate to tell you this, it was the car! The actual retail price, $19,467. Excellent win. The game package, by the way, was $820, and the piggy bank contained $5.13. Alright, folks. We had Teresa, who was also celebrating her birthday today on the tape date, as she was wearing a happy birthday tiara and a sash. She was the 4th contestant. She played double prices for a chance to win a Somerset outdoor living, outdoor kitchen island that includes a gas grill, a refrigerator, and fine Italian porcelain tile with smooth granite trim modeled by Manuela. The high price was $9,495, and the low price was $7,850. Teresa chose the high price of $9,495, feeling very confident on this. So after when Manuela took away the low price and Drew revealed the actual retail price, it was $9,495, a very familiar price, and Teresa became our winner. Okay. John from Chicago, Illinois, the home city of former Price is Right contestant Keith C. Johnson, was the 5th contestant. He played 1 away for a chance to win a Scion TC modeled by Amber. The wrong price was $31,872. Manuela was in charge of changing the wrong numbers. Well, changing around the numbers that were wrong. John chose the 3 to be a 2 and not a 4, the 1 to be a 0 and not a 2, the 8 to be a 9 and not a 7, the 7 to be a 6 and not an 8, and the 2 to be a 3 and not a 1, making the new price $20,963. Almighty sound effects lady, did John have at least one number right? Yes, he did. Almighty sound effects lady, did John have at least 2 numbers right? Yes, he did. Almighty sound effects lady, did John have at least 3 numbers right? Yes, yes, yes. Almighty sound effects lady, did John have at least 4 numbers right? He did have 4 numbers right, at least. And now, almighty sound effects lady, did John have all 5 numbers right? No. He had 4 out of 5 numbers right. John chose to change the 0 to a 2. making the new price $22,963. Not the number I would have changed. So now, let's see if he won. Was the first number a 2? Yeah, it definitely was not a 4. Now, was that second number also a 2? No, it was 0. The actual retail price was $20,763. He should have changed that 9. Too bad. Okay. Carl, who is originally from Ireland, Aaron Gobra, and now lives in Bakersfield, California, was the 6th and final contestant. Guess what, folks? It was his birthday as well. He played clock games for a chance to win these 3 prizes. A 10.1 megapixel Leica point-and-shoot digital camera that has ultra-fast lens and high-res LCD viewing screen. And that was modeled by Manuela. We had a pair of Pure Fixed Bicycles quality fixed gear bikes that include deep dish wheels and alloy front brakes, also modeled by Manuela. And as a bonus, a trip to Monterey that included a 2-night stay in a luxury hotel, plus a 2-hour Surrey bike rental along the Monterey Bay Coastal Recreation Trail. And that was modeled by Amber. Now, when the 30 seconds began, Carl gave the following bids for the camera. $450, higher. $500, higher. $600, higher. $700, higher. $800, lower. $750, higher. $760, higher. $770, higher. $780, higher. $790, higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He got it with $799. And that took him 12 seconds. So he had 18 seconds left to win the bike. If he did that, he'd win a $1,000 bonus and a trip to Monterey. So when the clock started at 18 seconds, started ticking down, he gave the following bids for the bikes. $1,200, lower. $1,100, lower. $1,000, lower. $800, lower. $700, lower. $600, higher. He mistakenly said $500, but then he said $650, and he got it! Hey, bringing the luck of the Irish with him to the United States sure paid off for him. He won both prizes. That totaled $1,449. By the way, it took him 6 seconds to win those bikes. Very impressive. Plus, he won the $1,000 bonus, so in total of the prizes and the cash, that's $2,449. Plus, he won the trip to Monterey. Nicely done. Alright, time for the acknowledgments. According to Ben Mason Television, in his quotes, 4 of the 6 contestants that got up on stage had a birthday on the day this particular show was taped. That's a record as far as I know. What's even more strange is that 3 of them were among the first 4 contestants called at the top of the show. How do you like that? The second prize up for bids, a 3-piece set of Sarah Richardson jewelry. Ladies, quote-unquote, to get these, go to you-know-where. For Punch-a-Bunch, Drew revealed the big slip for those playing the home game. I wish Drew would do that on all planes. I totally agree. Too bad Bob didn't do that when he was at the helm as host. or star, I should say. Continuing with Ben Mason Television's acknowledgments. You know, with this big money week going on, I'm keeping track of how much money is given away this week in the games, showcase showdowns, and so on and so forth. Today, $4,000 has been won, but how much more will be given away? Hey, you'll see what happens as the week progresses, alright? I'll break down the $4,000 that was won in a little bit. And this is another acknowledgement Ben Mason Television has, and it's this. Let me just say that it's a pleasure to be back on the Price is Right Pricing and Recap team after what's happened last week. Well, I'm very happy that Ben Mason Television is back helping out with acknowledgments. Last week, let's not even think about it. A fresh new week, big money week, just think of happy thoughts. Now, Giant 264 Shirts acknowledgments. He says for Punch-A-Bunch, whether James won the 250 G's or not, which unfortunately he didn't, the question is, who wouldn't take such a big risk? Drew pointed that out too. Hey, you only live once. YOLO. I definitely would have went on for $250,000 if I got a money amount less than $250K. That's me saying. For bargain game, he says, easy win in my mind. Most def. Any number? I was plain sure 9 would be in the car price, and it was. Pretty obvious for a Dodge Dart. Definitely. Double prices? Now that's one expensive patio set. Well, you know, been on the show before, so it's really no surprise it's that expensive. For one away, he says, on 64 shirt, less than /3. I thought he changed the right one, to be honest. 4 numbers being one color was a ripoff. Well, that's another complaint that's going to go to Mike Richards. For clock game, not much need be said. So to start off Big Money Week, we had 4 pricing games won. They were in bargain game, any number, double prices, and clock games. And as far as how much cash was given away, $4,000. Now, James won himself $2,000 in cash. He won $1,000 in Punch-A-Bunch and $1,000 in Showcase Showdown number 1. Plus, he won the 4 small prizes. Jeremy won $1,000 as well in Showcase Showdown number 1. And Carl won $1,000 in clock game. There's your $4 grand won today. So the MVPs of the Price is Right are Jeremy, Chelsea, Teresa, and Carl for their pricing game wins. And contestant recognition goes to James for not only a small Punch-A-Bunch win, but for also winning his showcase, which included 3 trips. A trip to Amsterdam in the Netherlands that includes a 6-night stay at the Hilton Amsterdam, plus a guided 3-hour private walking tour. A trip to Zurich, Switzerland that includes a 6-night stay in a deluxe room at the Marriott Zurich, with daily breakfast included, plus a 4-hour guided city tour. And he also won a trip to Sydney, Australia, that includes a 6-night stay in a studio spa suite at the Radisson Blu Plaza Hotel, Sydney, plus a hop-on, hop-off tour that includes 22 stops around Sydney. And all those trips were modeled by Manuela. James bid $22,500 on his showcase. Actual retail price, $30,827, for a difference of $8,327. Too bad about Carl not winning his showcase that involved an 850-watt home stereo system and a railway adventure from Amtrak Vacations, were both modeled by Amber. The trip was behind door number 4 in the distance. And a BMW 328i modeled by Manuela. Wow, that would have been very sweet to win. Carl bid $38,000. The actual retail price was $48,675. He was off by $10,675. Hey, Carl still had a great day for himself, so he shouldn't be down for what he won for himself. As far as James goes, he won himself a total in cash and prizes of $35,178. Promotional consideration for the Price is Right pricing game recap this week is provided by HTC. Quietly Brilliant. So, what will be in store for day 2 of Big Money Week tomorrow? Well, I know I can tell you this. This week, we are expected to have a playing of Plinko for up to $500,000! $500,000! And one lucky contestant will have a chance to win a brand new Ferrari! So, but still though, if certain pricing games get played that are reserved for Sports Guy 528, I'm 264 Shirt, Martin S5 1989, and Money 7373, they'll be in charge of doing the recap. But if none of the games that they want to recap get played tomorrow, you'll see me. So this is Mr. Horgan reminding you to help control the pet population, have your pets spayed or neutered. Plus, on this Earth Day, I'd like to remind you to please help protect the Earth by keeping it green. So long, everybody. Good night.